What's up, everyone? 'Twas the night before the 7th eviction, when all through the house not a creature was staring, apart from Lauren playing like a mouse. Rachel and Keanu got into a big fight right before eviction night. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Right before we get started, folks, if you are new around here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm here every single day breaking down everything Big Brother related, and I also cover the challenge and Bachelor in Paradise, and I can exclusively reveal that I will be covering the Amazing Race this year. It's full of Big Brother couples. They're going to be racing around the world. Big Brother contestants from the past seasons are coming on with their family members, and I can't wait to cover that one, folks. So subscribe if you don't want to miss my coverage of that later in the year. I'm also going to ask you all to hit the like button. It takes all of 0.2 seconds just to click that little thumbs up button, and when I tell you this, it really does help me out more than you even know as a smaller content creator with the algorithm. Those likes go a really long way, and I also do put a lot of time and effort into these videos, so if you feel like supporting me in any way, shape or form, then please consider leaving a super thanks or hitting up my PayPal link in the description below. But without further ado, let's get to the update. Question of the day now, folks, and this one's a classic with 3 nominees on the block: Ava, Kat and Kelly. Who is your ideal evictee tomorrow night? If you had your pick, who would you like to see leave the Big Brother house tomorrow night? Ava, Kat or Kelly? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, gang, welcome to Wednesday. I hope you're all doing well on this fine-ass hump day. We have got a lot to talk about today. We've got fights, we've got scenarios with a certain special guest that you all know and love. It's a juicy one, so sit yourselves down, take a seat, and all you gotta do is repeat after me. O-A-B-C. I need to stop getting carried away. It's a great song. It's a great song. Salute to the Jackson 5. But we are not here to talk about Michael and Jermaine and Tito. We are here to talk about Vince. Vince, of course, is playing all sides in this house, and it feels like every so often it catches up to him, but then he goes into victim mode and cries and then gets the support of people on his side. But he has decided, or he officially said out loud at least, his thought process behind not targeting Rachel this week, because I think a lot of us were in complete disbelief. We're looking at what's going on here, and he could have taken the swing at Rachel, but he didn't. He put Kat up, and I don't know. It's one of those things where you just look at this situation and you go, this is going to be the moment you regret weeks down the line. When you get to the end, we're going to go, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you take out Rachel? And Keanu confronted him about that. We talked about that, how he kind of called it weak and he needs to be bolder. But this is Vince's reasoning. Are you ready for this, gang? He says he's more comfortable working with Rachel than without her. I have no doubt in my mind that Rachel will take the shot at Vince when she needs to. I guess maybe short term it works this way because he didn't want to piss off the judges. Cue the comments of people saying, oh, I love the way Tom says the judges. I'm sure Sam's probably thinking something as well. Judges, yeah, I know for a fact. If Sam was here right now, which is the case, Sam is across from the table from me right now. The judges is something that Sam would mock me for. So I know for a fact that you guys. And there it is. Thank you. Once again, intolerance rears its ugly head. I am absolutely disgusted with the vile behaviour from my spouse off camera. I think Vince's thought process this week is being with the judges is don't you even dare. Being with the judges is the best course of action for him this week, and maybe he'll target Rachel later down the line. But right now, he wants to work with her rather than against her because he's in the judges.
Judges.
You are unbelievable. Now, folks, we've seen Kelly long enough this season to know that when a narrative comes to Kelly, it's usually made up from up there. She was on the floor yesterday complaining about Rachel, and Ava sat, it was such a funny sight, Ava was sat on a couch next to her, a sofa, and she was wrapped in a blanket just staring at the ceiling and almost petting Kelly like the dog on the floor. It was kind of insane, like comforting her, because Kelly was, I don't like Rachel, she's so mean. And I'm like, Kelly spends like 60% of her time in the house like talking crap about Rachel. This is something I've noticed, because when Rachel competed those first couple times, I wasn't watching live feeds. I was pretty young, and seeing Rachel on the live feeds now, it's clear as day to me that so many people feel, I don't know, threatened maybe by her. Because I know she's a big personality and she can rub people up the wrong way with the things she says. But what I have noticed as a live feed updater is how unprovoked sometimes it can be. Especially, it's not with the guys. The guys never really find themselves. I mean, the guys are threatened by Rachel, but not in a way where they spend every second talking about her. I think Keanu maybe to some extent, but the girls, a lot of the girls find themselves dogging on Rachel and with personal attacks, even though she hasn't done anything to them. We talked yesterday about Kat thing when she was bringing up, she's a 40-year-old premenopausal woman, and all I'm thinking is, what's that got to do with the price of fish? Like, I have no clue whatsoever. And I think Kelly has a little bit of a slice of that. And I get not everyone likes Rachel. She's not everyone's cup of tea, and I understand that. But, I know for a fact that a lot of you guys who don't like Rachel, you wouldn't spend every single second in there talking crap about her. Sure, you'd spend some time, maybe 10% of the time, but not 60% like Kelly. That's not a completely accurate percentage. I'm guesstimating it there. That's a good guesstimating. I like that word. But yeah, she makes up a narrative, I think, in her head where she thinks that Rachel is cruel to her and mean to her, and Rachel is just not a fan of Kelly because she has seen what Kelly does when she creates these narratives in her head and goes on a one-man streak of chaos. And it's been fun so far, but I don't know if it's the end of the road for Kelly soon. Luckily, we've got someone here today to talk about that. But we're going to talk about the scenarios very, very soon. But first, a fight. Ladies, gentlemen, and all those wonderful people in between, we have got ourselves a good old-fashioned Big Brother shouting match. Rachel and Keanu got into it again. Oh boy, this one's going to be a rivalry for the ages. People will still be talking about Rachel and Keanu for years to come. Rachel got wind from Vince that Keanu has been talking crap about her all week. We all, literally, half the updates this week have been Keanu ran to Vince and said this. Keanu then went into Vince's bed and said this. And it's just been how much he's been trying to sell out Rachel and get her out the house, which is crazy. And then Vince tells Rachel, the alarm bells should be going off for Keanu that everything he's told Vince has ended up going back to Rachel. And mark my words, folks, you just watch this week, or watch the next couple of weeks pan out, Keanu will run right back to Vince. He always does. And yet Rachel, who's the one who's actually confronting Keanu and telling him the truth and always does actually have his back because they mutually benefit each other as two of the biggest targets in the house, he's not trusting her. He's going to run right back to Vince, the guy who sold him out. That is the mark of a bad Big Brother player. I really love watching Keanu, like I really do, as a player, as reality TV entertainment. Keanu's as good as it gets. But boy, is he a bad player. Like a really, really, really terrible player. I don't think I'm exaggerating that. I seriously just think, how can you let Vince sell you out time and time again, and Rachel, who is literally saying, I have your back, and this is so frustrating that you keep doubling down and going after me and talking about me behind my back, and yet he still just sits there going, I didn't do it. It was Morgan it was Morgan, not Vince. It's like, and Rachel's just sat there. Rachel's terrible at arguing. She's so bad at arguing, but you could see she was getting frustrated, and I understood it because she was thinking like, Keanu, I can't even trust you right now. Everything you're saying, because Rachel knows it in her head, but it's almost like he's trying to gaslight her a little bit, but it's definitely not working because there's literally no base to go off for him. But she said a line that made me go, okay, that's one of the best lines of the season. And it wasn't like a line where you go, oh, that was funny, or she clocked that. Like, she said something so perfectly like that could sum up everything I've been saying in one sentence or in one line. If we go to war, Keanu, everyone else is going to benefit. My mind blew a little bit at that, because that is so freaking true, and it's what Keanu doesn't realise. Rachel's a seasoned player. She knows that working with Keanu is going to benefit both of them. But Keanu, like I said, he keeps going back to Vince. Vince sells him out, but he's still like, Vince, I want you. I want to get in your bed again. And then he talks about his swamp ass and his dirty ass feet, and then changes the bed sheets. But yes, Rachel is right. If they go to war and they are gunning for each other, guess who's going to benefit? The lowliers who are doing nothing. Like Lauren, she's going to make it further. Mickey's going to get a few more weeks because it takes away the attention from Mrs. Negative to the two people who are warring. It's going to benefit Vince as well, because then he's going to be able to be wishy-washy in his decisions again and take out Keanu, because Keanu has literally shown Vince that he will allow him to walk all over him and there will be literally no consequences whatsoever. So Keanu needs to get his head in the game, work with Rachel, or just like she said, it's going to benefit everybody else. Alright gang, it's Wednesday, so you know what that means. It's Sam's scenario, so I'm not going to beat around the bush here, which is Sam's maiden name. But that was smooth. I smashed that. Well done, Tom. So without further ado, welcome in my better half. It's Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hello.
How are we doing this week? It's almost like we live in the same house, and I haven't seen you at all, and we're catching up. You know.
I know we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks. If we're just going off.
It's been so long. I've missed you so much. How are you doing?
Right?
How are you doing, Sam?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I think there's lots to talk about. There's lots to talk about this week. It's Sam's scenarios, of course, but. Sam, how have you been enjoying this week of Big Brother? Have you got any thoughts on what's been going on?
It's like I felt some whiplash because Vince is just like kind of all over the place. It's hard when you watch the feeds. You don't really know what's going on in their heads until you actually watch the episode. So like I was just like, I kept thinking every time you'd have a conversation with someone, I'd be like, is this true? Is he just saying this to like make them feel better? It was a lot. It was a lot, and it's true. It really was like whiplash. And you know, when you get whiplash, you can hire a lawyer. It just shouldn't be Ashley. No. I'm sorry, but if I have Ashley as my lawyer, I'm going to jail. Oh yeah. Life sentence. Life sentence. Potential death penalty. Like that's she would somehow, like the case would somehow not even have death penalty on the table, and somehow I would get the death penalty. Yeah. Exactly that. But enough about death penalties, which is something I never thought I would say in an update. Let's talk about the scenario. So, of course, with Ava, Kat, and Kelly on the block, I'm going to throw the first scenario to Sam is Ava versus Kat. If Kelly wins the blockbuster, what happens? So this is a very likely option because Kelly has won the blockbuster multiple times. So this is looking pretty likely. Kat's obviously going. I mean, there's just no way in any scenario that Ava's going. There's nobody that's really against her except for Keanu. So this one's pretty easy. Yeah, I'm beyond impressed by Ava, how she had quite a dominant head of household reign taking Zach out, because that was a big deal. That was huge. That was a bit, especially sending him out with the power. Yeah, it shook the game up. It shook the game, and then she seamlessly kind of just blended back into the mix. And I know Lauren did the same thing, but it's different because Lauren didn't make a big move and she blended back in, whereas Ava did make a big move and blended back in, which I think is more impressive. I was about to say that's definitely more impressive on if you can make that big move that. People were just kind of like going with the house. The first person to not go with the house, usually that'll put a target on you. But somehow she did it. She's good socially. She's very good socially. Which, you know, after the Keanu blunder where she, you know, screamed at him, that was a little touch and go, and I was thinking, yikes, but she seems to have recovered from it. Yeah. And I'm not saying she's going to be best friends with Keanu or anything like that, but she's still there, and people aren't really talking about targeting her. No. So it's definitely working to her advantage. So yeah, Ava probably going to stay no matter what the scenario is this week. Okay, so the next one we've got Kelly versus Kat. This is in the scenario in which Kelly doesn't win the blockbuster. Yeah, this is, I'm not sure how likely this is, but it's going to be Kelly. I mean, that's just kind of a no-brainer at this point. I think the only scenario in which Kat goes is her against Ava. Yep. So Yeah,
I think there's too much traction against Kelly right now.
Yeah.
It's almost like the cat with 9 lives has started to run out of lives.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's just been kind of, like, stirring up a lot of drama. She's, like, crying a lot about how people are bullying her.
It's true. It's true. No, don't be sorry. You're right. She does. She goes around and she plays victim. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. She really does.
No. She'll, like, say the nastiest thing about somebody, and then they'll say something, like, maybe at, like, half of how ugly that is.
Even a quarter.
And she'll be like, oh, my God, Keanu, they're bullying me. Oh.
Someone get a crown, because the crown needs to go right here. That is the best take of today.
Yeah, like she can dish it, but she can't take it. Like,
so true, and I find people like that incredibly annoying.
Hypocritical,
yeah. So the last scenario, of course, is Ava versus Kelly. That's a no-brainer, Sam.
Absolutely no-brainer. I mean, with Kelly and Kat, it's a little more. There might be some votes for Kat, might be some votes for Kelly, and I mean, it'll most likely be Kelly. But for this one, like, I think the only one that would vote against Ava is Keanu. I mean, that's...
And then he's still going to have his who flipped moment where he's...
Who flipped?
He's going to have his Vasey moment, even though he's...
Everyone's going to know it's him.
Even though he's a mastermind and a genius and he knows the game better than anyone and he understands it. But yeah, he's going to have that moment where he's like, I'm the sole vote. Shock moment. But yeah.
Nobody's going to be shocked in the house. Everyone's going to be like... Keanu's going to be like, oh my God, guys, who did that? And everyone's going to be like, Keanu, we know.
Yeah, but he'll still somehow convince himself that he is in the power position.
Oh yeah, he'll convince himself that he convinced everybody that it wasn't him.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, yeah, I did that. And everyone's going to be like...
Basically, it's Keanu's world and we're all just living in it.
Honestly, though, it's really fun to watch Delusion.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like Raven. It's like watching Raven.
Not Raven. I never thought we'd get a Raven mentioned today. She's her GPA in dance is something to behold. Marvelous work, GPA in dance. Well, I'm thinking about going back to school actually to get my GPA in dance.
Yeah. So you can get like a 32, a 36, and then there's dance.
Yep.
It's like just below a 4.0.
Yeah. What do you think about me going back to school to get a GPA in dance? Do you support me? Or?
I do support you.
You support me?
Anything.
This is what love is, folks. If your partner's supporting you to go get a GPA in dance, it's a marvelous thing.
You can do it.
Thank you. I believe in myself too, I think. Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much.
Anyways, so Keanu is like a male version of Raven, honestly, in my eyes. It's really funny to watch.
Yeah, Keanu's level of delusion is something to withhold when you're watching those feeds. But again, it adds so much to the season. And it's the same with Kelly. But yeah, as we discussed in those scenarios there, it might be the end of the line for one of the deluded house guests. And then delusion lies solely on Keanu. But yes, it's all really going to come down to if Kelly can win the blockbuster. I think she can.
Yeah, I think so too. I think she's more likely.
She's got more in the tank than the other two. I mean, no, that's not to say Ava doesn't have anything in the tank, but I feel like Kelly is... She can perform the best when her back's up against the wall, I think.
She's crawled her way out of it since week 1.
Yeah.
So I think she has like a lot more of like that grit.
Mm-hmm. Kat won one veto, so she can do it,
Ava won a HOH.
Ava's won a HOH. Everyone has won a comp, so they can do it. But again, it's that whole thing of the cat with 9 lives, and this is week 7, so this could be the 7th life, or it could be the 9th, we don't know yet. She could live another 2 weeks. She might live another 3, but you never know with Kelly. It's really going to come down to if she can win the blockbuster. Yeah,
and also, we haven't really seen Kat or Ava on the block during the blockbuster. We don't know how they do under, like, that massive amount of pressure and time being live.
Yeah.
So... we'll just have to see.
We'll have to see, but thank you so much for joining me, Sam, for Sam's Scenarios this week. Please, can we all give Sam a hand? What a marvellous job they did there. I am loving having Sam on every single Wednesday. If you enjoyed that little segment there, there's a whole 40 minutes of it of us talking about Bachelor in Paradise, so you can check that latest update out. Now, how amazing is Sam? Guys, come on, give Sam a round of applause. The next thing we are going to talk about is again Kelly and her delusions. It's becoming a common theme, isn't it, here? She made the statement at one point in the day that the dad/granddad type has never made jury. As a super fan, that killed me a little bit. And Sam's shaking their head outside the camera right now. I can see it in the corner of my eye. Yeah, it's not true. I'm going to go through the list. You know, Jerry from season 3, you know, he was on jury. Jerry from season 10, that's probably the oldest person, you know. And then Donnie did it, Kevin did it, Cliff did it. She's not in touch, is she? She doesn't really know what's going on, and she thinks she does, just like Keanu, but it's not the case at all. And bear in mind, you guys, Jerry from season 10, I just want to bring that up for a second. He's in his 90s now, and he's still ripped as hell. I wonder if I can find a picture. If I found a picture, it'll be on screen right now. If I didn't, I apologize. But yeah, Jerry he's going strong in his 90s. Look at him go. There's been a lot of talk about Vince and Morgan getting a little bit cozy over the past few days, and they embraced a really, really long hug again yesterday. And this was the line that was said, and it just summed up everything I've been saying about Morgan. I love you so much. I hope America likes us. I've been talking about how Morgan, I feel like, is somebody who needs approval and reassurance galore to function, and that line there saying I hope America likes us sums it up perfectly. You know, that in that embrace right now with a friend or whatever you want to call it, the thing that comes to her mind was I hope America likes us. I feel like that says a lot about Morgan's character. So whether she is chasing Zach, she wants Zach to like her, and then she's chasing Vince, she wants Vince to like her, and then on top of that she wants America to like her. I wish these people would focus on the game rather than getting people to like them, but I feel like, again, that's a product of modern day Big Brother. People, I think, care more about people liking them than actually playing the game. But yeah, I did need to bring up that comment because I just think that perfectly sums up everything I've been talking about with Morgan. I hope America likes us. Well, I hope you play the damn game. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching and are having a marvellous day, or I hope it's shaping up to be. And if it's not, then I'm just sending you good vibes and a big hug to hope that your day gets better. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. You can reach out to me by using the address on screen right now to send a postcard or a package. I'm trying to get one from every single state. It's been so fun reading, seeing all these things come through, and I'm going to be reading them on a video very, very soon. If you don't get them in by that time, though, don't worry, I'm doing a second video at the end of the season where we can read out all the mail. But I would love to... Sam's joined me, there we go.
Send a postcard, we'd love to hear from you.
See, Sam said it, not me. If you've been thinking about sending a postcard, send one in. I would love, both of us would love to hear from you.
Both of us.
Yeah, there you go, both of us. So we would love to hear from you there, folks, with the address on screen right now. But we've got a few super thanks before I close things out, so I'm going to read these out right now, folks. The first one is from Pam Gillum. First of all, Pam Gillum, thank you so much. I appreciate you, my love. Sending love to you, Pam. I hope you have an amazing day. You say thanks, I say thank you. Thank you so much, my darling. Have an amazing day. Have a great, amazing, fantastic, all the above days. Thank you so much. Next up, we've got Jacqueline Thomas with possibly the most incredible super thanks of the season so far. Jacqueline Thomas says, cheers from a menopausal raging feminist. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. I love that you own that with a badge of honor. After the discourse of yesterday with Kat thinking that was an insult, menopause isn't an insult. Being a feminist isn't an insult. Raging is just another adjective. Good for you, Jacqueline Thomas. Can we get a hand for TV Talks with Tom's very own raging menopausal feminist, Jacqueline Thomas? And I can see Sam clapping from the side there. Yes, Jacqueline, we love you. Thank you, Jacqueline, ever so much. Have an amazing day, my love. Next up, we've got the wonderful Kimberly the Goat. Kimberly the Goat says, I have come to realise over the last couple of years that you and I have so many of the same thoughts on these shows because you are an old soul. It's true, I really am. When you talk about shows like The Office, Parks and Rec, etc., I know we are of the same mind, and so far, everything I've heard Sam say makes me feel the same way about her. I'm so glad that you reached 30,000. I couldn't think of better hosts who deserve it more. Thank you. That's so sweet, Kimberly. I didn't say congratulations yesterday, but I hope today you see how proud I am of you guys. Have a great day. Well, that is so freaking sweet. I know how much support you give this channel, Kimberly, and it means the world to me. It really does, and that's such a sweet comment, and thank you for taking the time to write all of that out. Very, very kind, very, very sweet, and it doesn't go unnoticed, so thank you so much from both me and Sam, Kimberly. We appreciate you. Next up, we've got a couple of super thanks from David Cushmore. Let's read that one out. David Cushmore says, "Hi Tom, Kat should be in jury 1 because she is running out of time." She could be next week, especially if Kelly goes this week. NXT Vengeance is coming soon in September 30th. Halloween is coming soon. I love Halloween. I'm so excited for spooky season. It's on a Friday, October 31st. This Monday is Labor Day also coming up. Rosh Hashanah is September 24th and 25th this year, and cheers to all Jewish on the holiday. Halloween M&Ms are coming soon. Tom, you need a pumpkin spiced latte from Starbucks. It's getting to that time of year, isn't it? It's time for the pumpkin spiced lattes at Starbucks. I love all things fall. I really do. Like everything Halloween, spooky, American fall type stuff. I adore. I find it so endearing and lovely. And I don't know if lovely is the word for Halloween, but I do. I love that stuff. So yes, very excited for Halloween. I'm a big spooky season fan. I love the Scream movies with Ghostface. They're some of my favourite movies. So very excited for spooky season and to watch some scary movies and TV shows. Looking forward to that so much. Thank you, David Cushmore. Next up, we've got the wonderful Connie C. Connie C, always a bright light on this channel. Connie says, "Hi Tom, I see Rachel or Vince for the win. You and me both, my friend. Great job as always." Thank you, Connie. I appreciate you ever so much, my love. Have an amazing day. Thank you as always for supporting, Connie. I appreciate you. Next we've got Soldier Girl. Always great to see Soldier Girl. Long time supporter of the channel. Always very, very kind with super thanks. Soldier Girl, I appreciate you ever so much. Me and Sam both sending you some love. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much, Soldier Girl. But that's all we've got time for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. I hope that you're all staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.